Hi, everybody. Just wanted to pause before we start. We got the Zoom link out a little bit late, so we're going to wait for a few more people to catch up, but we'll start here shortly. But great to have you with us. Obviously, a busy day for us at Drury Athletics, but we'll get caught up shortly, and we'll wait for a few more people to catch up with us, and then we'll get our news conference going here in just a minute. But just want to let you know, we'll get started here in just a moment or so. And again, thanks for coming on board. We'll get our new coach introduced in just a moment. Okay. Looking forward to get started. We got a few more people that have joined us, so I want to welcome those in. But once again, appreciate you being with us as we announce a new men's basketball coach for Drury University. How this will work, I will introduce Corey Bray, our Director of Athletics for Drury University, in just a moment, and he'll make the announcement on our new head coach. And then that individual will make some introductory statements and remarks, and then we'll open it up for some questions. So we'll kind of do those one at a time. I'll kind of call on you guys to ask any questions that you may have for our new coach, as well as Corey Bray. And a couple of these things, we'll ask you to put your selves on mute or silence everything until you've got a question, and I'll call you guys for those to get that covered. Would expect maybe a few more people to join us as we go, but for now, I will turn the things over to the Vice President and Director of Athletics at Drury University, Corey Bray, for an announcement about Drury University's new men's basketball head coach.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us this afternoon, especially on such short notice. I really appreciate you giving us some of your time today. I am extremely excited to announce Chris Foster as the next head coach of our men's basketball program. We had a very deep candidate pool, and Chris rose to the top very quickly. We are excited about the future of the program under Chris's leadership, building upon the legacy of all the previous head coaches at Drury, most recently legendary coach Steve Hesser. And so we are excited to get things started under Chris's leadership and looking forward to the future of the program with him leading the program. We had, thankfully, we have a very desirable position. My phone was ringing off the hook, or my email was filling up with candidates who were interested in the position. And so it was a highly sought after position. Thankfully, we were in that position to have such a desirable position. And like I said, Chris's qualifications and his experience, and he's going to be a great fit for us. And we're really looking forward to Chris leading our program in the future. So I'm happy to announce Chris Foster as our next head men's basketball coach.
Thanks, Corey. Before we get started, I just wanted to say congratulations to Coach Egan and the Lady Panthers on their win today and advancing to the Final Four. Certainly couldn't think of a more exciting time to be joining the Drury Athletics family. So I'd like to thank Athletic Director Corey Bray and President Cloyd and all the people on the search committee for their time and ultimately giving me this opportunity to lead the Drury basketball program. I would also like to thank, there's a lot of former players, a lot of former coaches that I have worked with that have helped me get to this point. And Drury is very much a dream job for me, a destination job. And I know I would not be here without the work and all the success of the people that have played in our programs and have worked alongside of me. So I'm very thankful for them. Lastly, I'd like to thank my family, my wife, Kylie, who's been, her support through my coaching journey has been unwavering. She's a great wife, a great mother to our 3 children, Jace, Avery, and Riley. So very thankful for them, and they've been very instrumental in kind of helping me work through this process. I'm honored, humbled. There's so many emotions to be the next head coach at Drury University. I think what really stood out to me is that Drury as a university is a place with outstanding academic reputation. And they have a culture, we have a culture for winning on the court. And, those are 2 things that are right in line with my core beliefs as a coach. And also, being able to develop the whole person, great academically, and help them develop on the court and be the best players that they can be, and help them grow off the court so they can go out and be leaders in the communities that they live and work in when they leave Drury. It's an honor for me to follow in the footsteps of Coach Hesser, having been in the league for 7 years and getting to know him. And, just always have had so much respect for, his programs, how they compete, how they share the ball, and really am honored to follow in his footsteps and build on the strong winning tradition that he's helped create over the last 17 years at Drury University. So I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to getting to campus, spending some time with our current student athletes, getting on the court and working with them, helping them finish the semester academically the way that they need to. And, just couldn't be more excited for myself and for my family to get to Springfield and really get involved in the community and everything that's going on at Drury.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open it up for some questions. Let's start with Matt. Matt Vereen with Color 10. Do you have a question for Coach Foster?
Yeah, absolutely. First off, congratulations, Coach. First and foremost, this is your 3rd GLVC team. Just how much do you think that knowledge helps you both kind of in the recruiting to the region and in understanding the opponents you're going to be going up against?
Yeah, it obviously helps. I've been in the league for 8 years, 7 as a head coach, and have a really good feel for the kind of player that you need to be successful in this league, the competition level. And, obviously all my coaching staffs, even back to Northern Iowa, have kind of helped me create some inroads recruiting. I've worked really hard to find strong local talent wherever I've been. And I think really excited about that in the Springfield area and how good the basketball has been in the area. And I know a lot of those local kids have contributed to Drury's success in the past, and look forward to continuing that.
Okay. See Mike Bennett with the news leader. Mike, you got a question for Coach Foster?
All right.
Try that again, Mike.
Can you hear me?
We can now.
Okay. Let me follow up kind of on that question that Matt had there, that see in the team now that intrigues you, and how quickly can you get out there and talk to the players and also try to bring in some more players?
So I'm sorry, you were breaking up a little bit. So you asked about the current players who intrigued
Correct.
me and how quickly. I'm intrigued by all of them, and getting to know them. Obviously, being in the league, the Conley Garrisons and Jason Montgomerys and Malik Davis and those guys that have played a prominent role on their team in the past, and the list goes down the line. But I'm really excited, obviously, to get to know them on a more personal level and spend some time with them. And my plan is to hopefully get down there as soon as possible, as early as later this week, to spend some one-on-one time with them, get to know them, allow them an opportunity to get to know me, and get on the court and start working together and building our team for next year.
Have you already talked to players?
So I did meet with some of the players during the interview process. That was part of what we did. I sit down and had a conversation with those guys. But outside of that, I have not.
What about Conley? Have you chatted with him about possibly coming back? Do you know where that stands, or is that way too early?
I have talked to Conley. I think it is a little too early. What I can tell you is, I think we can all agree on Conley's contributions to Drury University, to the men's basketball program. And I can tell you that, whatever Conley decides, we will support him 100%. I think we owe that to him. He's an unbelievable kid and had an unbelievable career. And I'm going to work my hardest to make sure that he stays. But again, with that, whatever Conley decides, we support him 100%.
Turn things over to Jason Lamb with us from KY3. Jason, you have a question for Coach Foster?
Hi there. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to unmute myself here. Coach Foster, congratulations.
Thank you.
I apologize. I got in here just a minute or two late, but I just wanted to ask you again, just what appealed to you most about this opportunity to come to Springfield and this opportunity here at Drury.
Yeah, but I grew up in Missouri, so I'm
Right.
a Missouri guy at heart. But I think the combination of Drury's academic reputation combined with their, the tradition of the men's basketball program, their commitment to winning, all those things appeal to me. And, obviously, like we talked about, the kind of the foundation that Coach Hesser has laid over the course of his career there has really turned like I said, Drury into a destination job. I think not just for me, but for a lot of people, which is why I'm very humbled to be the new head coach, and I'm very excited to get going.
Matthew Frizzell, Matt with Jock 98.7 radio station. You had a question for Coach Foster?
I don't have a question. Just congratulations, Coach Foster, and looking forward to continued success.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Matt. Be talking again soon, I know. How about Dan? Dan with Color 10.
He didn't have a mic, so I'll just take that one since he's
Sure.
sitting 3 feet to my
We'll
right.
relay it.
But Coach, you've mentioned kind of the winning tradition here that drew you to it. Your last two jobs have been more of kind of building up a program at McKendree and Truman State. Does it kind of excite you a bit to have one that already has that winning tradition and is kind of looking to make the tournament every year?
It does. I think as a coach, your goal is always to win championships. And I think Drury's a place that has those same goals. And so, again, we align there with our commitment to success, our expectations for success, not only in the league, but nationally. And again, that combined with the very strong academic reputation of the school, I think is just, it really makes Drury a one-of-a-kind place.
Wanted to also get to Bobby Hearn, who's with Drury University and part of media services. Someone that I hope you will get to know well soon. Bobby, do you have something for Coach Foster?
First off, just like everybody else, Chris, congratulations on the hire. I'm our director of video here, so you'll see me around the office a lot with a camera in my hand. But I just kind of want to know when we write these articles about, the future of Drury basketball, what is your style? How do you guys play? Like, what kind of flavor can fans expect?
Well, I think it'll be familiar. We're a motion team, a little bit different motion than maybe what you're used to, but the principles of it are the same. We're going to cut really hard and move without the ball. We're going to play unselfish. We're going to recruit guys that are really skilled, that can pass and shoot and really affect the game in a lot of different ways. So I think there'll be some differences, but I think at its core, very similar in what we value, which is team play, sharing the ball, tough, gritty, hard-nosed on defense, just an unselfish group of guys that really want to win.
See a few more people that have joined. Any other questions? I mean, just kind of, if there's multiple ones, you can kind of either raise your hand or kind of unmute real quick, but we'll kind of go around again and see who else has got some questions for Coach Foster.
I got one if it's cool if I go again. Corey,
Go ahead,
actually,
Matt.
I know Corey's been sitting over there. I got a question for him. You mentioned earlier on that you liked his qualifications. I'm just curious, what particular stood out to you in the interview process? What did you really like about Coach Foster that made him the guy for the job?
Well, there were a lot of things that I liked about him, so I'll have to keep this brief, otherwise we'll be here for an hour. But some of the things that really stuck out to me are his experience in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. He knows the conference inside and out. He has extensive experience recruiting this region of the United States. He also knows Drury, even though he hasn't, played here or been a student here. He knows Drury through his coaching stops at McKendree and Truman. So he knows of our tradition. He knows about the O'Reilly Family Event Center and the stature that basketball holds within our university, within our athletics department. I think he's going to be a great X's and O's coach for our program, and is a great X's and O's coach. He's going to bring to our program a high level in that regard. And I think he's going to do very well in developing relationships with our current student athletes and our future student athletes, really developing them as people off the court. So when they graduate from Drury and they go out into the community, they're going to make an impact wherever they land after graduating from Drury, and really help extend the shadow of Drury into whatever community they go into. So I'm really looking forward to him developing these young men on and off the court. And he's going to be a stickler for academic performance. And so, as you know, graduation at Drury is a non-negotiable. it's the expectation. Graduation with honors is the goal. Graduation is the expectation, and he'll carry that expectation forward, and he'll recruit some high character, high integrity young men to the program that are going to make an impact on our campus.
Anything more for Coach Foster from you all? See a few more people that have joined us. If that's about it, I want to kind of turn things over to Coach Foster kind of one more time, just for what you're looking forward to coming to Drury University and Springfield, Missouri. I know you've made plenty of visits as a visitor and as an opponent. So what are you looking forward to about the O'Reilly Family Event Center and it being your home and calling Springfield, Missouri and the Ozarks your new residence?
I'm really looking forward to finally having some good days in the O'Reilly Family Event Center. I haven't had too many of those over the course of my career in the league, so I'm looking forward to that. But everything, developing relationships, getting to know the people at Drury, the community in Springfield. There's so many exciting things going on. Not only in athletics, but across the campus that I'm looking forward to being a part of. And, like I said, getting our family to the area, getting our kids involved in stuff. We're all very excited.
All right. On that note, I want to thank Coach Corey Bray and all of you for hopping in for these few moments to join us for this announcement. Got to also thank Paige Grisham and Bobby Hearn from our office. Couldn't have really gotten through probably the last few days, probably the next few, hopefully, without their help. There's obviously a lot going on and juggling quite a bit. This has all been really a team effort to make what has been one of the biggest announcements that we've had at Drury University, and men's basketball in particular, for a long time. We'll be in our 112th season of Drury basketball next year. And through that time, only 20 coaches, and since 1965, only 8 now on the Drury sideline leading the Panthers program. So longevity has been something that we've been proud of, not just with the men's basketball program, but with many members of our Drury coaching staff. So when we do these announcements, or especially for men's basketball being the longest and most successful and most traditional one, it's a big day and a special day. So with everything else kind of being juggled, certainly couldn't have gotten through this without Paige and Bobby's assistance. That was vital for me and for our office and staff. So once again, appreciate you all very much joining us on this call. Hopefully you have everything covered that you would hope to get in terms of information from our news release earlier today. If you've got anything else further, feel free to give me a call or an email or to text, as we'll have some subsequent announcements about today's game and some other awards coming up from the WBCA. So appreciate all of that, and thanks once again.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.